Very good morning, India. Technically, we are on partial lockdown opening, which means we are still locked down fundamentally. So, uh, good morning from WFM Media for hosting this webinar for the UPVC Window and Door Manufacturers Association. As my name is Amit Malhotra, I represent both the bodies today. With respect to UDMA, if some of you were there in the last session, we are a body existing since 2007, 2008, working towards setting standards for UPVC windows and doors. I'll just give a small brief. I don't want to run the previous presentation, but having said that, we have on board with us close to 150 members, which consists of almost all the profile manufacturers, all the manufacturers of the associated products, the hardware, the profiles, the gaskets, the adhesives, the sealants, the anchors, and close to 100-odd fabricator members as well in UDMA. The UPVC window industry has grown to over 2,500 crores last year, which started in 2000 and then institutionalized by Fenesta, forwarded by players such as Window Magic, Comalink, Rihau, Veka. And what we've done so that the concept of these next 4 seminars is clearer, the previous edition, we were just talking about the window. So we've been able to formalize Mr. Window as the key person, as you see, with the little dadi that you see nowadays, that's in fashion. So we kept the dadi together with it. Also, one of our colleagues in UDMA does look like that if he has a beard this size. No, but that's a stupid joke. Having said that, we want to make sure that this remains a uniform, unbiased platform. So to kick this whole seminar off, webinar off today, we involved and invited the panelists who are essentially all the manufacturers of the UPVC profile, which is the main constituent, one of the main constituents of the window and door in UPVC. Today's session is moderated by Manish Bansal, who heads Window Magic and is also on the team of UDMA. I leave it to Manish now to spearhead the panel, and going forward, just to let you all know that there is a question and answer session which will be held after the presentation is over. This is a short presentation followed by a long question and answer. तो अपने दिल में जो भी है PVC प्रोफाइल के बारे में निकाल डालिए और पूछ डालिए, and Manish and myself will see the questions whichever come along and be able to ask those questions to different panelists as we go along. So Manish, over to you, my friend.
Good morning, everyone. Just to start, I would like to introduce the panel with us of profile manufacturers, some of the profile manufacturers who are present in India or from overseas. So we have on the panel is Mr. Satish from Deconic. We have Mr. Avnish Singh from Encraft. We have Mr. Sean Megwill from Prominence. We have Mr. Ullas from Rehau. We have Mr. Nitin Yadav from Salamander. We have Mr. Farid Khan from Comalink. We have Mr. Sanjay Melia from Sudhakar. And we have Mr. Ashok Verma from Veka. So just to start with you guys, I guess today everyone knows what really UPVC is. But just to get more detailed with it and just to understand what are we really talking about. Is UPVC profile? Beauty isn't just the skin. So we really need to know what is going in making of these UPVC profiles. Which test standards conforms to what is their importance? So what we see on the pie chart over here is basically PVC and the other important ingredients what go into it. So you can, as you can see very well, there is 75 to 80% of PVC and rest of the important ingredients which go into it, out of which titanium dioxide and stabilizers are the most important ingredients. Going forward, PVC contributes 80% of the whole UPVC composition, wherein PVC is used as a polymer base for window profiles, whichever filler, whereas filler which is chalk is determining the mechanical strength. Titanium dioxide is a white pigment which is there for weathering features, is one of the key ingredients which determines UV properties of profile. Heat stabilizer, calcium zinc stabilizer is functioning is heat stabilizing, which is important part of the formulation. Impact modifier, as you can see over here, it's acrylic based impact modifier, decides the choppy impact of the profile. Processing aid is needed to basically, just to do the welding and also just to ensure that processing is done properly. Then we have how is these profiles mixed. So as you can see, each material is calibrated using each weighing scales. Then equal amount of proportionate amount of material is blended, and then the cool mix is ready for the extrusion process. What is the extrusion process? So as you can see in the diagram, well shown, on the top left hand side you can see is the mixer, wherein all the raw materials coming into proportionate quantities are mixed. The cold form of the mixture is ready, and on the bottom you can see is the extrusion machine, which is used to extrude the profiles. So what is actually extrusion? So as you can see, and we saw on the previous stages, so we have the mixers, we have a mix ready for the extrusion, we have an extrusion machine which comprises of die first, then we have the cooling and the calibration unit which is within the extrusion, and then finally you have the extruded profiles. Do bear in mind that for a quality extrusion, what is really important is the tooling and the quality of the extruder installed. I hope everyone knows what BIS is and its importance. So at Woodma, we are already in touch with BIS, and now we have come to a very important chapter in determining the parameter and quality profile. The basis of these tests are from EU norms, which is forming the basis of BIS draft document. However, our team is working closely with BIS and the result is expected soon. However, in the absence of the BIS standard, Woodma has its own guideline, which has been prepared and is available on request, either on our websites or a call away from our coordinators. Then we have the basic definitions of product and their test moving forward. So what is mass? Mass is gram per meter, and it should not be less than 95% of the nominal mass per meter. Color test. Color test is an important test and is done using a spectrometer for the measurement of UPVC color values. The result is in this color range, as you can see below. Appearance. This particular test is basically done for the to check the smoothing, the flatness, free from pitting. The profiles should be free from pitting, free from impurities, cavities, and other defects which are visible on the profiles. Dimensional accuracy. Dimensional accuracy is carried out on a profile projector for measuring the shape, wall thickness, the flatness, straightness of a UPVC profile. By doing the dimensional accuracy test, you can also do the straightness test just by having a surface table, which will tell you the straightness of the profile. This test is the warpage of the profile, which is, impact resistance test. So this is basically done, as it is already visible here, you can see it's an impact resistance test. A hard or a 1 kg material is taken and the profile is done to a cold level of -10 degrees, and then the impact is tested and actually checked on the basic class 1 and class 2 categories. Going on the heat reversion test, it is basically done to check the warpage of the profile, which is important to check for the bending and the twisting of the profile. Heat aging test. This test is done with a lot of with a hot air circulation oven, and this decides the effect of a heat over the profile. meaning expansion and contraction at high temperatures, which is 100 degrees. The end result of the test is actually you get heat aging test. We have artificial weathering test. So artificial weathering test is important to check the surface crack and the surface peel off blisters. This test is done again in hot air circulation oven at a temperature of 150 degrees. But in this test, what is important is that it is done at 8,000 hours at 16 gigajoules of irradiation. As you can see in the chart over here, this is solar irradiation across the globe, and India falls under severe climatic condition, whereas there are different countries in the world which are even more severe than India. Particularly, you will see in the further slides, Gujarat is the most severe climatic conditions in India. So what does actually solar irradiation mean? So solar irradiation basically means that at what level the sun rays are penetrating on your product and what is the irradiation of those. So just to give you a basic idea on solar irradiation for India, India falls under a severe category, and whereas Gujarat, as you can see over here, that it is dark shaded for everyone to understand, has the maximum solar irradiation, which is 8 gigajoules per meter square. However, all the tests which are done as per the European norms are done at the rate of 16 gigajoules at meter square. So we are well above the required solar irradiation for India. What is a Charpy impact strength? Charpy V-notch test is done to determine the amount of energy absorbed by the profile during plastic deformation. VCAT softening temperature is done to analyze the profile softening temperature. So then we have the tensile impact strength. This particular test is done to decide the mechanical strength of the uPVC profile under specified impact velocity. Fractural modulus of elasticity. This is to ensure the flexibility or elasticity of the profile. Weldability test. Weldability test is done to check the strength of the fusion welding to ensure there are no cracks during manufacturing or life of a window. Lamination technology. Lamination technology is actually needed to meet the architectural and the aesthetically appealing situations of the market. This is available in all the shades, solid, colors, metallic, and the most important and lovable by India is the wooden finishes. Please bear in mind that all these tests which have been actually detailed in the presentation are very important to contribute to all the profiles which are present and the performance of the doors and windows. Moving forward, we will take up the questions from the chat box. So I would like to ask, there's a question from the chat box which says, there are a lot of rumors on what should be the percentage use of titanium dioxide and its significance. So, Mr. Satish, can you elaborate on this a little bit?
Yeah.
Mr. Satish?
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me? I'm not able to share my camera, so but can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello. Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Well, titanium dioxide is a very important ingredient, as you have shown in the slides. It helps in protecting the PVC against UV radiation. Now, all plastics degrade when it is exposed to sunlight. In common language, you would have seen a lot of these plastic clothes clips which we put on our clothes outside. It becomes powderish and breaks after some time. Okay, this is the effect of UV on plastics. So to protect the PVC profile for the windows, the titanium dioxide is added so that the PVC profile doesn't degrade over time. Different companies have done a lot of research and then they add different percentage of titanium dioxide. So what is more important is not the percentage, but the overall performance of the profile. That's why we have detailed the test which is required. And the artificial weathering test of 16 gigajoules for 8,000 hours, if it passes, then it is suitable. It's also necessary to understand the whole process. Here, titanium dioxide could be 7%, could be 7.1%, 7.2%. So 7.2% doesn't mean it's no better than 7% if the total process is not controlled. If the process of manufacture is controlled and if the profile passes all the tests detailed, and the profile is considered as good and suitable for the Indian climate. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, okay, Satish, thank you. If there are further more questions or there is more detail needed, we can get back on the email. So we have all the questions there, so we can get back. So there's a second question which is being asked a lot at the chat box is, why is it written on the profile stickers to remove it within the 3 months of installation? So can I put this question to Mr. Nitin? Can you elaborate on this, Nitin, a little more? That why is it needed? It's a very important question asked by Mr. Irfan, and it is important because during installation we know all the developers and the end consumer, they want that protection tape to be, and then how is actually a disadvantage because it doesn't get peeled off. So can you elaborate on this, Nitin?
Yeah, I will. Morning, everyone. It is very important to remove this protection tape after these couple of months of installation. The reason because the protection tape is made of again UPVC, and there might be with the external weathering, there might be dust. The glue which is used to stick the tape on the profile surface might come down on the profile surface, and this might be an issue to remove the stains after in the time of finishing the windows, actually while handing over the windows. So it is better, and maybe there is a chances like degrading the profile tapes, and then that gives kind of a stains which can't be removed after some time. So it is better to remove the tape within a prescribed time. So that's the reason probably the most of the profile manufacturers they write that after the installation of a couple of 3 months, let's say, they have to remove this protection tape. I hope it's clear now.
Yes, Nitin, thank you so much for the answer. Then we have the next question on the chat box from Mr. Ananda Kumar is, how UPVC window fabricators are providing 20 years of warranty? Is there any guidelines from Woodma? I guess Mr. Satish, you can answer this question well, I guess. You're not audible, Satish.
Okay. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, better.
Yeah. So the warranty is on the profile, not on the window. Because on the window, there are a lot of parameters or a lot of external factors. You're using the window, the usage of the window depends on how the person is operating it, what is the quality of the hardware. But on the profile, yes, there are companies who have tested it extensively in different markets across the world. So based on the experience, they are able to provide a warranty. Okay, but globally, if you see the standard changes every 10 years. So the standards are reviewed every 5 years, and then after a lot of discussion and deliberation, it is changed in 10 years. So the general rule is a warranty for 10 years. But if you are using the profile for more than 10 years at different markets and you find it suitable for a particular weather condition, you can extend that warranty for maybe 15 or 20. But what is important is to maintain the quality, and if you have a proper quality assurance, yes, you can extend it. But I would caution a little about the area where the profile is being used. if the profile company cannot control where the profiles are being supplied, the windows are being installed, maybe it is next to a fertilizer plant or a coal mine. So there are a lot of external factors which are involved to kind of cause discoloration on the profile. So if they're sure of controlling where the windows are being supplied, how it is being installed, how it is being fabricated, sure, you can extend the warranties. I would say case-to-case basis, it is possible. To extend it indiscriminately without knowing where the windows are being installed is a big risk. But yes, it is possible because the oldest PVC window is more than 40 years and it's still been working. So I wouldn't say that PVC is suitable only for 10 years, because there's also a counter question. If your warranty is only 10 years, what is going to happen to my window after 10 years? Should I throw it out? So no. So the warranty is based on certain factors, based on certain tests which have been done in a lab. Yeah, there could be some people who have done it on an external lab like Alunga in Australia or Florida, which is a natural weathering lab. But most people do it in an artificial weathering lab, artificial weathering test in a lab by simulating different weather conditions. But yes, if you are simulating instead of 16 gigajoules, maybe 20 gigajoules, okay, if you're confident of your profile formulation and how you're controlling the formulation, how you're controlling your process in the factory, yes, you can extend it. But I would still caution against indiscriminate warranty without knowing where the windows are being installed, or the fabricators knowing how to fabricate the windows and how the end customer is going to use the windows or maintain the windows. If everybody is agreeable, yes, it works. It works for more than 20 years. It works for more than 40 years.
Okay, Satish, thank you for your answers. Thank you for your answer. I have next question on the chat box for Mr. Farid. Mr. Farid, so tell me about this lead-free stabilizer and its background. There's a lot of discussion on being green line and lead-free stabilizers and all. So can you put a little light on this? What is it really about?
Yeah, very good. Am I audible? Good afternoon.
You're audible. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so regarding this lead-free concept, again, this is a concept which has been prevailing in the European Union for many years. There was something known as Vinyl 2010, wherein there was a voluntary commitment from the PVC industry to come with new technologies and recycling schemes. So one of its key actions and commitments was the full replacement of lead stabilizers by 2015, whereas the cadmium stabilizer, which was used in the process, that was already eradicated somewhere around March 2001. Recycling was also one of the major topics of discussion for this Vinyl 2010. So companies back in Europe, they already switched over to a very important heat stabilizer, which was known as calcium zinc stabilizer from lead. So this was something, why it was done was primarily because lead and cadmium, they're all heavy metals, and it has a tendency to harm health and the environment. So it was a conscious effort by the PVC industry, which was taken up in India also, wherein people who were using lead as a heat stabilizer, they decided to switch over to calcium zinc stabilizer, which is more resistant to aggressively weather conditions. And then again, sustainability also was a topic which is a very important nowadays, wherein you have to think about the recycling and all these things. So back in Europe or in developed countries, already the windows are being taken back and they're bought over, and the profiles are recycled. And the same way, like when we are extruding, the companies who are extruding in India, the profiles which somehow during the process gets deformed or it's not up to the mark, that's again put into the grinder for the recycling process and again mixed with the virgin material. But okay, there are certain percentages like it can vary from 2 to 3 to 4%, which can be used in the virgin material. So lead is almost out of the market, and now we also hear a lot of topics in the PVC pipe industry also, which is happening. So I think all the members in UWMA, they're all producing with calcium zinc, or they're all lead free.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Farid,
Manish,
for
I would like to add few more lines here. Can I?
Okay. Yes, Nitin, go on. Yes, please. Yes, please, Mr. Nitin.
As Mr. Farid rightly said, this lead and cadmium being the heavy material, it is difficult to degrade. These are the heavily difficult to biodegradable material. Probably while recycling, it may cause contamination with our mother earth, and that's exactly the reason, like, to reduce the impact on the environment. Many profile companies or many plastic companies, they have come out of this lead and cadmium formulation, and they are trying to use more effective or environment friendly material, that is calcium zinc formula.
All right. Thank you, Nitin, for adding some more light on this question. We have another question on the chat box asked by Mr. Nikhil. It says, what would be the performance of UPVC windows in case of fire? And can we really make fire doors out of these? So can I point this to Mr. Avnish, my friend? How would you like to answer this?
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Regarding the fire, see, basically PVC itself is a self-extinguishing material, because the chlorine which we are using here, it's not allowing for the combustion of the oxygen. And regarding already here, we have all the like the BS standard for the 476 and all, means everywhere if you see, even the test has been already conducted here, where if suppose we can use for at least for the 49 minutes, then only the smoke is allowing and smoke consumption is coming. And whenever you put the fire, PVC is one of the most favorable material. But yes, rightly what you asked, like the fire at a door, what is being offered to the construction industry, like the red color door, the people are saying for this is the 20 minutes fire rate, is the 40 minutes fire rated. This of the testing has not been done, but certainly PVC, because here the amount of the plasticizer is being used very less. Because if you see the fire and cable industry, where the people, this is the most of the like fire retardant, and they are saying, because why they are saying, because their plasticizer users are the 80%, and they are adding the boric acid or the antimony oxide and all these things. But as far as the PVC is concerned, PVC is the one of the most suitable available material for the self-squeezing because of the chlorine, and it can be used. But here, yes, certainly we need to do the test for the fire rating, let's say for the 20 minutes or 30 minutes, because here the smoke generation is at the later stage, and also it gets only melt, it's not getting like the fire, it's not getting the fire. And the question to that is, this is the most suitable material which can be used.
Okay.
Manish, can I add a few points to this?
Yes, Mr. Satish, please go on.
Yeah. The question is about fire doors. Okay. The fire doors are containment doors, which is a completely different purpose. Okay. The PVC doors and windows which we are talking about are glazed, and is for external purpose, meant for natural ventilation, natural light coming in. So we can't really compare it with a fire door. When you look at in a building for materials, there are different standards. Like Avnish mentioned, the BS 476 is a very important standard because it considers the surface spread of the flame. What they do is they have a Bunsen burner, they put this material over the Bunsen burner and see for 90 seconds what is the surface spread. Okay. When there is a fire, for example, if there is paper and you put a flame to paper, it burns in seconds. So they expose the material for 90 seconds and observe whether the surface spread is, say, 150 mm or 75 mm. And normally PVC profiles, or most PVC profiles, would be around 50 to 55 millimeter in 90 seconds. Okay, so that gives understanding about what is the surface spread of the flame. A couple of consultants rely on the EN 13501, which is a standard which covers not only surface spread, it covers the heat generated when there is a flame. It also gives the smoke generation during the flame, at what rate the smoke is generated, at what rate the heat is generated, and whether there are smoke droplets which is produced. And if these the droplets, the flame droplets will harm a person, like if there is a flame and the material is melting, there's a fireman or somebody passing through that door, whether these droplets are going to hurt them. So 13501 is a very relevant standard for the doors and windows. PVC comes as class C. Class A material is material like stone, which doesn't catch fire. Class B are metals, which can catch fire or can melt after very high temperature. PVC comes as class C. Yeah. D, E can be like, paper, wood, even petrol. So there are a lot of other classifications, but PVC comes under C. And for the smoke generation, also the standard 13501 is very detailed. So it gives us idea about what is the rate of smoke and what is the density of smoke generated. So it's S3, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, it is S2, and the droplet formation is D3. So generally for a building usage, doors and windows, the EN 13501 is the right standard. BS 476 can also be used for the surface spread of the flame on the material. I think for architects or for consultants, to refer to a code is important. Yeah. And not to consider the fire code, because the fire doors are a different classification, different rating, different tests for the fire doors. For general doors, EN 13501 is the right code.
Satish, I would like to interrupt here a little. We can give more details on via email. We can answer all these questions via
Sure.
email. We have another question on it. Thank you so much, Mr. Satish, for your elaborated answer. Then we have another question from Mr. Vikas Malhotra here, and which is very important for our target audience here, is that UPVC profiles are available from rupees 100 to 200, let's put it. What certificates do we really need from the profile companies to justify the price and quality? So can I have this question answered by Mr. Ullas? And I would also like Mr. Sanjay to answer this. So Mr. Ullas, if you could give a little insight on this.
Okay. The profile prices depend upon many factors. The first thing is the constituent. So generally, most of the profile companies in India, they are producing as per EN 12608. The other parameters, so if you are complying with EN 12608 and specially adapted as per the Indian conditions, so this is the first thing you should ask from the profile suppliers. Another certificate aspects could be the ISO, the quality parameters, ISO 14001 and ISO 9001. So is the plant environment qualified and for the quality certified. And the other test which we are discussing about the fire, is it fire rated or not, and then whether the windows have been tested by the profile manufacturers for the systems which they have developed. So these tests then can further go into the sound, the air, water, wind load. So all these certificates you can check from your system supplier. Apart from that, we can the prices could also depend upon what is the knowledge and what is the system detailing which has been done by the supplier company.
Okay, Ullas, thank you for your answer. Can we have Mr. Sanjay answer this as well from a different perspective?
Yeah. So what Ullas has mentioned is pretty correct. You have to make sure that you have all the certifications as per EN 12608. The other factors include most of the companies have different standards. Some have 60 mm series, some have something below 60 mm series, and something more than 60 mm series. Everything is taken into a per kg basis, which is not the right way to sell a profile. There are a lot of other factors that also come into the manufacturing of a profile because it doesn't cost the same to manufacture a bead. It doesn't cost the same to manufacture a profile, a main profile. Each profile should be rated at a different price per meter. kg. So it all depends on a different, because everything has its own extrusion speeds, extrusion outputs.
All right. Thank you.
And next important thing is the calcium that is being mentioned in each of the compounds. Everyone says that they give a number that they don't add a lot of calcium, they have a high value of titanium. But like Satish mentioned earlier, and how Ulas has mentioned now, certification of all the products is quite important for titanium and any other wind loads testing or sound testing.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Sanjay, for your answer. Then I have another question in the chat box, and I would like it to pass it on to Mr. Sean Bagwell. It says, why pristine white is the extruded color for all the UPVC profiles, and why not off-white or any other solid color as a natural choice? So can we get a little more detail here?
Mr. Bansal, please question, because it's there is some network issue. Yeah.
Okay. So what is actually the question? I will brief you differently. Is that all the UPVC profiles what we see is majorly white, pristine white or similar color. Why is UPVC profiles not off-white or any other solid colors which are available? So why do they only choose pristine white? Is it some standard, some reason behind it? So can we tell the audience why?
Well, the whiteness, actually there is a parameter which is being measured by the spectrophotometer, that's called white index. So the white index parameter, it comes from the combination of all the spectrum. But the quality of the profile, it's not being determined near the white index. Actually, the color and also the performance has to be derived by using a right UV resistance pigment. Actually, the pigment property is to add even the white color as well, but it all depends on the quality of the grade, what we are really using into the titanium dioxide. Basically, there are many grades, there are many brands, but there are some specific grades which gives the correct, the color as well as the performance related to the severe climatic conditions. So it's not the white alone what we are measuring the performance. It also the combination of all the LAB and also the white index and also the gloss level. So the right combination of the material, it's not only a titanium dioxide, even the color changes by using the chalk, the filler. There are many grades which contains a different LAB values altogether from the basic raw material content itself. So the whiteness alone will not be a right parameter to compare the profile quality, but it all depends on the performance in terms of mechanical properties as well as the weather performance. Actually, like it's connected to the earlier question also. Like it's not the quality and even the price. Actually, the price, it cannot be determined by the price alone. Actually, we need to educate all the customers, because there was a myth that earlier that everybody will be talking about, used to talk about the weight and the price. Actually, we need to talk about the mechanical properties, whether the Weichert softening or choppy impact or tensile impact, flexible modulus of elasticity, weather resistance, and also from where all these parameters have been accredited from. And also if we talk about weathering and up to what extent of hours, what extent of gigajoules per meter square, and what extent of the delta E value performance, and also the del B performance. So the profile quality is being determined with these parameters, not with the color alone. So I hope.
Let me add to this, Manish, to what Sean Miguel just now said.
Yes, please.
See, again, he gave a very detailed description. I would just like to put it like this: pristine white, the color what you mentioned is the RAL 9016. Okay, and this is basically what all the profile manufacturers are trying to attain, this RAL 9016. And as a lot of the other panelists they have mentioned, that it all depends upon the formulation as well as the properties of the individual, deciding upon the quality, the color, the mechanical strength, and all these parameters, what you get as a good profile. So pristine white is related to the color which everyone tries to achieve to it. As far as off-white is concerned, or as far as yellow profiles are concerned, because the basis is white. If the basis is yellow or off-white, then again there can be compromises in the cheaper raw materials, and then again it will bring down the quality of the profiles. So everybody is trying to attain that particular parameter of going as closest to the pristine white.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fareed, for your answer. I have another question from Mr. Karan. It says, what is the reason of less and more consumption of this UPVC windows and doors in regions of India? I mean, it changes. South has a lot of consumption, North has similarly, but you go to Mumbai, it is less. So can I have Mr. Avnish answer this question? So, and Mr. Satish along with it, that why is this such a discrepancy in the uses of UPVC windows and doors across India?
Yeah, certainly it's a very right question, because if you see rightly, you said that the South and North is consuming the more thing, whether if you move to the West, especially the Western architecture. See, this is the product which is basically what I used to say, that this is basically, this product is a like where needs to be decision taken depending on the architectural choice also. If we'll go to the Western architectural market, it's more or less they are looking for the longer panel visibility, means slim profile. You go to the Bombay, everywhere else, right? Because there basically the things is that still we are not come up to that level. And also the moment when this UPVC has started in the region where rightly we said in the Mumbai, still I think most of the people will be knowing that Lodha was the first person who has used some of the profile which was being imported, that was not considered. And even the way how we as a Udma family trying to educate the people, the right selection has not been done, neither the weatherability nor the wind load and other calculation, and that has failed a lot. Even the same episode every industry has faced in the Gujarat region as well. As a result, still the people are unable to get that confidence which they have, because one thing is very clear, once at the first instant, when the moment we are coming, if we had got failed, then failed. That's the reason why still the acceptability in the area like Maharashtra is very less. But still now you see everywhere there is a cyclic curve. Now still the peoples are moving from there in Mumbai also, from the so-called preferred market for them, the aluminium, to the UPVC. And the second thing, certainly the acceptability is very best there in the southern area, because still because of that only you see most of the people are manufacturing there in the south. Then that's the thing, what is my side, the reason behind that, how we had started and which way we had moved, and basically the architectural choice, because still most of my industry colleague and all the panelists friend who are there, now we are witnessing this thing, how the architectural market is moving towards a different side shift, because everywhere they are asking for the larger panel, as well as they're asking for the larger pan of the glass where the very slim sections are there, which is still being as a UPVC fraternity, we have not come up with that type of the innovation where we can make like that. Satish can also reinforce this statement more.
Sure. Thank you, Avnish. I think you have put in very well. The first was the entry of PVC in India. If you see, most of the European players had their offices in Delhi. Fenesta, Encraft started in the north, so the penetration started from the north. Then number of manufacturers like Sara LG, like the previous webinar, we had Sara LG started in Coimbatore, NCL started in Hyderabad. So then it's slowly trickled down to the south. So the north and south adapted very fast, because if you look at the south, the window sizes are smaller, ideally suited for mass production with PVC. And when you look at say the east, the penetration was a little less in the beginning, and even now it is small. The west, okay, if you look at say 10 years back and now, there's a sea change. Okay? Basically because the manufacturers chose Gujarat to produce the extrusions, and Rehau was in Pune. So the market, if you look at say the west, is also grown considerably. But don't include Mumbai in the West, because Mumbai is unique by itself. Because if you look at the number of tall buildings in India, I think around 80% of the tall buildings will be in Mumbai city. So as you go taller, in the last webinar we discussed about the wind loads. So when the wind pressure increases, then you need to reinforce the profile with more steel. And when the sizes of the windows are increasing, then it poses a lot of challenge on the profile, because the corners you can go to a certain amount of reinforcement, but you cannot go beyond a certain limit. And when people want, say, slim line or thin sight line of the profiles, it poses a bigger challenge. I think up in Mumbai city also there have been projects up to around 35 floors to 40 floors executed with PVC. But when it comes to more than, say, 40 floors, it poses a challenge when the openings are too big. When the openings are smaller, let's say 1 meter by 1.2 meter or even up to 1.8 meter height, it is possible with normal profile with good reinforcements. But if somebody wants a slimline series with a 6 meter width and 4.5 meter height, or the reverse, 4.5 meter width and 6 meter tall windows, PVC is not the right solution there. I think moving forward, aluminum has its strengths, PVC has its strengths. So PVC would be best suited for standard windows, because that's where you will find the mass. That's where the volume is there, and people would want good quality windows with double glazing, which will help in the thermal insulation as well. So I think if we look at, say, 20 years back, PVC had less than 1% market share. Today we are already looking at 10% plus market share in the market. So moving forward, we will see more of PVC penetrating across India, be it cold, hot, warm, humid, whatever be the climate. I see the change in the last 10 years. The next 10 years is going to be exciting times for PVC.
All right, Satish, thank you so much. Then we have another question by Mr. Deepak. It says, does the increase in profile thickness increases the tensile strength of the profile? It is very important to understand this question, because normally in our country everyone thinks कि जितना मोटा है उतना अच्छा होगा. So it really is important is just the thickness increases the strength of the profile. So I'll ask my friend Mr. Ashok to answer this. Mr. Ashok, can we hear you, Mr. Ashok? No problem. So can I ask my friend Mr. Sanjay? Sorry, Mr. Ashok, are you there? Mr. Ashok, we can't hear you well. So Mr. Sanjay, can you answer this question for me, please?
Hello, can I answer this question, Bansal?
Yeah, Shan can can answer this.
Yeah.
Okay, Shan, yes, please.
Yeah. Certainly, the wall thickness and weight of the profile is not the only criteria to determine the quality.
Okay.
The strength, whether it's a tensile or a impact strength or flexural modulus, everything comes from the property of the raw material which are being used into the profile formulation. Even if you take a calcium carbonate, there are many grades like coarse, fine, ultra high gloss. There are many grades based on the price, and even there are concerns like the particle size of a calcium carbonate need to be used with a minimum of 85%. Limit should have micron size below 2 microns. There are a lot of standards. Now, even by using a coarse, economical or cheaper grade of pillar, that is calcium carbonate, can be used to increase the weight of the profile and also the thickness. So the perceived, the perceived message among the customers earlier is that it all depends on how much wall thickness, what is the weight, but that's why the density criteria has come from, because the maximum limit of density 1.5 gram per cc has been determined, because when this thickness and weight criteria will come into place, definitely if anybody is selling in weight, that means definitely the formulation is not perfect formulation, because the only parameter which increases the weight and wall thickness alone by reducing the formulation cost is by using the coarse grade of calcium carbonate. But whereas if you check the product which are being used by this coarse grade of calcium carbonate, and if you check the mechanical properties, definitely it won't be giving a good tensile impact as well as chop impact as well as cold impact, because it all depends on the finest grade of raw material. That is why the reputed suppliers, they always put more focus into the formulation. So it all depends on the finest grades, the recommended one, which gives the superior mechanical properties, is the only parameter which is going to define the quality of the profile, rather mass and then thickness of the profile. But yes, there is a minimum criteria anyway, that is being maintained. But definitely the wall thickness, more weight will not be a parameter to measure the quality of the profile.
Manish, here I would like to also just express some things what already this my dear friend has said. Basically, why this increasing the weight? What is basically normally the specific gravity of the calcium carbonate is around 2.8, whereas if you see the PVC is 1.4. Means it's calcium carbonate is a metal. The weight of this is just double to the PVC, and the moment for increasing the weight, what we need to do, everybody, what rightly he said, compromising in the formulation cost. The moment will increase the filler, then the ratio of the PVC will be getting reduced. We are going to add more weight material, more weight metal, around just double. As a result, ultimately the weight of the profile will be getting double, because the weight and specific gravity of the calcium carbonate is just double than the PVC, and hence ultimately it will result to the more brittle. Hence rightly what even we have covered in our UDMA manual also, that wall thickness and weight is not a criteria. A right composition with controlled parameter is the key, by subjecting and following all the standard which has been mentioned in the 12608 to determine whether it's the good, whether it's the perfect product as per our need, as per our climatic condition or not.
So just to add to all these esteemed panelists said, it is basically what I understand from a layman's language. जो मोटा है वो अच्छा नहीं है. So, it's basically people have that thought process from the steel industry and from the other industries or from the wooden कि यार मेरी चौखट तो ना 3 इंच मोटी है, तो 3 इंच होते ही उनको अच्छा लगता है कि okay, this is very nice. But guys, it is not the same in UPVC. It has to be technically right. So the thickness of the profile, it has to be technically right, not just the thickness of the profile matters. So guys, I will shift to another question.
Manish, let me add to this. Again, this UPVC as a profile, as a product, we have taken this legacy from basically from Germany and Belgium and other places, and nowhere over there it has been sold. All the quality manufacturers, they have always been selling on the meter basis, and the simple reason has been because what goes into it is very important. So this is not something which you can weigh and then sell it, and this is where UDMA comes into the picture to control and checks the profile manufacturers as well as the other hardware suppliers and accessory suppliers to look into the quality part.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Freed, for it. Then I have another question, which is a common problem, what everyone thinks about it. They think PVC. So PVC turns yellow. So this question is asked by Mr. Tirlochan Sharma. So it says, sometimes I've heard the profiles get yellow. Sir, can you explain some of the ingredients for which, because of these, this turn yellow, and what is the importance of having those ingredients so that the profile doesn't turn yellow or get brittle? So can I have Mr. Fareed Khan answer this question, please? He's smiling and hearing this question, so I want him to answer this.
because the whole discussion from all my industry colleagues and the panelists have revolved around this question only. So again, I would not be repeating the same thing. It depends upon, as you rightly said.
Keep it short, Mr. Freed.
Firstly, it depends upon the raw material ingredient and the formulation. So that is the major thing which the profile manufacturer has his own expertise upon. So these are all individual things. So if you have, like Mr. Avnish just now said that, okay, if you have more calcium carbonate, more filler as a content, then you lose the purpose of a good profile. So only putting chalks of 20 parts or 30 parts, but again you can put 20-30 parts, but again you can have the best of the titanium dioxide with the highest grade with the best UV properties. So it's all a mix which determines how the product will perform with that particular solar radiation on that particular profile. So it's a very tricky subject, and this is where all the quality people, they have come on this platform to give the best solution to the market. So it's all a mix, it's all a process, it's all about the complete expertise and the experience what we have gained over the years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, and this is where we don't want to do things in a wrong way in India. So it's all a mix in short terms.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Free, for it. Then we have another question from Mr. Nagendra, and which is a common question in today's people who use doors and windows is, which is better, UPVC or aluminium? Some architect says, let's take aluminium. As Mr. Satish, our dear friend, said, people talking about 6 meters height, 4.5 meters width, similarly smaller windows. So what is really good? What is durable? So if I am a user and have a standard limit doors and windows, what should I be buying? Why should I be buying aluminium or UPVC, and how can I differentiate? Can I have Mr. Ashok on the line and he can answer this for me? Mr. Ashok, are you there? We can't see Mr. Ashok. So can we have Mr. Nitin answer this, please?
Well, sure, I will try my best. First of all, like the window has to be selected based on the performance, be it an aluminum window or be it a PVC window. And this performance must be, rightly said, air infiltration, water infiltration, the wind resistance, and the noise insulation, probably the aesthetic as well. So these should be the criteria to select a window material, whether it is a wood, whether it is aluminum, whether it is a thermally broken aluminum, or it is a good quality UPVC. First of all, it's a choice, and then in case of UPVC, there are lots of innovation has happened over the periods of time. There are lots of structural calculation being done for the UPVC window. So UPVC window can be put everywhere. Okay, we still have to try above 40 floor or something like. But if you have a structurally calculated, structurally proven window, so it can replace the aluminum windows at 40th floor also. Now, if you talk about the aluminum window, okay, they have the color flexibility. That's the major advantage what we see with the aluminum window. But again, if you talk about the UPVC, many companies have come across with the different colors in terms of lamination, in terms of the color, the basic solid colors, the wood colors. So, my opinion, both framing material are good for our country. It's good for the architectural purpose. It's only about the choice. It's only about the functionality. If somebody really needs the larger view and at an economic point of view, probably they can go for the aluminum windows, which can sustain the major the larger structural loads. So these, again, in my opinion, should be based on the personal choice and the utility the customer is expecting. Maybe he's asking for only he's looking for the window life for, let's say, 5 to 10 years, and they want to renovate their own, so they don't want to put the expensive window framing material. So it is up to his choice. He can go for a economic aluminum window with a better color. But if somebody really looks for the better quality window for the longer life, he can go with a good quality UPVC window. So that's, in my opinion, it's more on the choice. Maybe other experts can add value to this.
All right. Thank you, Nitin.
Manish, Manish, I would like to add the durability is not just one component. The durability of the window depends upon many factors. The design of the window, the application where it is used, then the quality of the profile, be it wood, aluminium, or UPVC. Then how the way the window is fabricated, how it is installed. So all these parameters will control the durability of the end product.
Correct. So what I understand from all this is that UPVC, as we talk rightly, is the correct product in terms when it is in the size tolerances. And the moment we are above the size tolerance, which is not done in UPVC and which is very rare installations, can be done in aluminum. So going forward, I have a very good question here which says by Mr. Rajat, what is the difference between a box and a U-shape reinforcement? And which type of reinforcement actually has a good strength? So can I have Mr. Sanjay answer this please for me?
Hi. So you have to look at the IX and IY values of each profile and how each profile is designed. A box shape reinforcement where it's a complete box with no joining in between, where it's like a pipe, it has lower IX and IY value, but reinforcement where it's bent in, it has a better IX and IY value. So it all depends on the requirement for your specific window. You cannot say one is better than the other.
Okay. Thank you, Sanjay, for the answer. I will request our dear friend, Mr. Amit Malhotra, to take over. He has some questions which he would like to ask. Amit, over to you.
Thanks, Manish. My questions are from the panelist itself, and I think I would request my other co-panelists to put an attention to this question. And this question is, what I've done is I've seen a lot of questions on the question list, and I'm trying to put them together from two perspectives. One is from a customer perspective. So there are a lot of builders, developers, and construction companies in this forum today, and thank you very much. We are still close to 400 people who attended today, which is brilliant. The question is, if I am an end consumer, and it's interesting, all the profile manufacturers mostly who are in the market are on this panel today, and everybody goes and tries to sell their product, which is a fair business practice. So if I am a customer and I'm a builder, let's say, or a developer, and the guy is saying, dude, मेरे को आप इतना ज्ञान मत दीजिए, just tell me what are the three most important characteristic points that I should consider while ordering my UPVC window and door. So I leave this to anyone to answer, perhaps whoever would like to answer this, that what are the, according to you, what, as first of all, as UDMA, I'd like to share, while people think about the right answer, Manish, could you just change from the presenter panel to me? I want to show a couple of slides.
Just 1 second.
Just go to presenter and change me. You'll have to just look at me in the list. So while Manish is doing that part, perhaps anybody would like to take this guidance. What UDMA stands for is to be able to tell everybody what is the right thing to do. In order to achieve the right thing to do, we are all in unison and want to make sure that we tell the audience what are the three. So if you're a customer, what are the three most important things that we should advise the customer to make a decision of what profile to use for his order? Maybe Satish, you can kick off the answer for this question.
Yeah, sure. It depends on the customer. If it's a project customer, considering today's times, I would say production capacity, project execution capability, and the product what he is offering at a certain price. Now, these three things would be most vital for a project customer, because with RERA, he has to complete the project within a certain time. Okay, now there is a moratorium given for 3 months, which probably will be extended for 6 months, but still he needs to execute the project. So that's for a project customer. For an end user, I would say you should look at the product. What is the specification of the product, what he is getting? You should look at what kind of service the company is offering post installation, how professional they are in delivering the systems or delivering the windows. And lastly, I would say, okay, you should look at what are the options he is getting, whether he can upgrade, he can go in for color laminated profiles. He can go with different kind of hardware, because he is the end user, and he should be offered the choice of different possibilities in the doors and windows he wants for his home.
I mean, I want to ask this question one more time. मतलब मैं एक बिल्डर हूँ, मेरे पास पैसे हैं, irrespective of COVID और non-COVID times. भैया तीन चीजें बोलो. Maybe Farid, you can answer this better. Simple words में कैसे बता भैया, तीन चीजें बता क्यों मैं तेरा माल खरीदूं, या what is the right thing to choose from?
Sorry, Farid, 1 minute. Sorry, Farid. I will just rephrase this question for a better understanding for the audience.
Amani, जो question रोज तेरे से अपने customer पूछते हैं.
हाँ, that's what I'm saying. So it is very simple कि why you, मतलब everyone says, आज जब मैं अपना product लेके जाता हूँ, या whoever takes it, हर बंदा कहता है मेरा अच्छा है. There can be a Chinese company, he will also say I am the best. There will be a German company also saying I am the best. And the consumer के लिए सब कुछ white है. वो कहता है यार ये PVC तो white है मेरे लिए. So what will you tell Mr. Khan that what is really important?
In simple word, A, B, C. ये देख ले, ये देख ले.
मैं simple words में कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. Question बड़ा difficult है, लेकिन जवाब आसानी से देने की कोशिश करता हूँ मैं. It's not as simple as you think. कि देखिए, see again there are a lot of parameters, especially when you're talking about the builder segment. Then it's a very catch-22 situation, because builder again वो बोलता है कि भैया मेरे जेब में पैसे नहीं है, मेरे पास ये limitations हैं. Again for that you'll have to look into the profile part, you will have to look into the hardware part, you will have to look into the accessory part. These are all the cost factors. Apart from this, जब आपको इन सब चीजों का जवाब मिल जाएगा कि भाई आप बहुत अच्छे हो, बहुत अच्छे हो, बहुत अच्छे हो, लेकिन simply being a profile manufacturer or being the best hardware manufacturer doesn't serve the purpose. अगर वो project है builder का, तो फिर उसमें जो है आपके window manufacturer का भी role, it becomes equally important in terms of the fabrication capacity and as well as the installation people on the ground. That is a very key subject. तो इसको हर चीज को evaluate करना पड़ेगा. आपको past references देने पड़ेंगे, past execution जो किए आपने projects में, you'll have to tell about that. People from that particular organization should do some checks also on their part. So these are some things. What it should be the material, it should be the fabrication, it should be the installation. All these checks have to go into deciding what is a good product and whether it can be installed and executed properly.
Thanks, Farid. I'll let anybody else answer. I'll change the question again and again since I'm not convinced of the right answer so far. But I do want to show the audience that we have udmaindia.org as the website, as you can see on the screens. You can go to the website. It will answer a few of your questions with why UPVC, how do you make your specifications for doors and windows, how to make UPVC doors and windows, and most important is when you go to downloads, here in the download section we have all the guidelines, and I've opened one for your reference. So we have the guideline for example hardware, for example material properties, and what we request the buying community to please look at these specifications, perhaps incorporate these specifications in your tenders for doors and windows. जब आप इतने पैसे खर्च रहे हैं for your doors and windows, it is just important that you incorporate these guidelines, and it has been done. It took us 7-8 years to do that, but the advantage was all the main producing companies of all different elements of products which go into the door and window are all here. I would also request the WFM media team through which you got this invitation for the webinar to send you a link to this guideline. Kindly do not, request you, ignore this guideline, because it has been done after, like I said, I think between 5 to 6 years of hard work of the whole industry. That means सबको एक साथ consensus लेके then the decision was taken, and we are upgrading. We have a new installation guideline. Like today we talked a little bit about profiles. The next webinar, which is I think on the 7th or the 8th, is going to talk about software, hardware, and gaskets and solutions for, again, the importance in each and everything. I think when you look at a window in particular, you can't define it based on a profile. It's a combination of factors such as the raw material, the ingredients which go into making the profile, the company who's making the profile or the hardware or the other accessory, the reputation of that company. I wouldn't want to take any names or any projects, but what was very interesting in the beginning of UPVC, everybody had a cousin brother. Every builder had a brother, cousin, uncle, chacha. उन्होंने ये फैक्ट्री डाल दी. क्या है इसमें? एक फैक्ट्री डाल दी, 30-40 लाख रुपए की मशीन खरीद ली, करना क्या है? काटना है और लगाना है. But I think it's much more than that. I'm not saying please don't put your family and friends in the business. Absolutely not. But make sure that, so just to, without trying to bore you too much, idea was to bring this association together, let everybody from the industry come together and allow you all to make the right decision. It's very normal human tendency that we draw our decisions based on price and trust. कि मैंने बोल दिया और मेरे भाई ने बोल दिया और मेरे चाचा ने बोल दिया और मेरे cousin ने बोल दिया, and trust. But I think trust also depends on all the properties. So as Udma and as Mr. Window, our primary job during the course of these webinars, and we will continue this initiative over the year, is to bring the buyer community to understand the value. So I ask one more question again. Forget about the whole window. I have to choose a profile. There are 9 profile companies on this panel and all of them went to the customer. तो 3 चीजें वो क्या हैं जिस बेसिस पे सब बोलेंगे मेरा white profile है, for example, stupid thought, but 3 चीजें क्या कस्टमर को ध्यान में रखनी चाहिए to be able to ask or no, so that he can make a decision. Maybe can ask Ullas, or perhaps in 3 simple words, 3 चीजें ध्यान करना प्रोफाइल के बारे में भैया. These are the 3 things. Maybe.
Yes, Amit. So, yeah. So regarding this builder, regarding the builder, he should be, or we should be talking to the builder whether we have understood the builder requirements, the project requirements with respect to the window performance, with respect to the design, with respect to the strength of the window. Secondly, as a profile company or as a window supplier, can we meet all these requirements? Third thing, the capacity. Can I do it? Can I do that particular size of project completely? That's it.
I want to push back the question again.
Study the requirements, meet the requirements, and execute it.
So how does the builder should ask you this question, or you should advise him the subject of what you're saying right now?
Yes, we should be talking about that. What as a window supplier, what we can offer. Can offer them what he should be looking into the window. If the builder is not asking, or maybe he is not aware of, so we should be advising what he should be looking into his window. Be it the style of window. Okay, are the window designs correctly? If not, making an outward open window which is 1 meter wide, which is dangerous. Making a window without a sill, again dangerous. Then coming to the requirement of the window. If the window which will be provided to him will have sufficient strength, there will be no water leakages or air leakages, or the window is shaking just by applying some force. And then at the end, the installation part of it, how the installation will be carried out, or how the project execution will be carried out phase wise. What will be the control parameters? What his project engineer should be checking while taking a handover of the window. So it is a part of the whole window community to guide.
Okay, so
Amit, I would like to, sorry, 1 second, to make it very simple for the audience to understand from my perspective, I would like to answer this also. Being a window manufacturer, that's why I would like to answer. Being a developer, 3 points which is to be remembered. First is the quality of the profile. So as what we have already presented to the audience, we have a set parameter of the testings. So a developer or an end consumer should actually request for these test results and how have they performed. Number 2 is the design of the window. How well is it designed? in also accordance to the wind pressure according to the building, because in normal scenario many of the developers forget to ask the wind load calculations of a door and window, and which is very important in today's time. And number third is the important fact point is the manufacturing capacity of the end consumer. Oh, sorry, the manufacturer. Because if he's not able to produce and if he takes the order, then that order gets into a problem, and then UPVC as an industry gets a bad name.
So the moral of the story, Manish, and as as Ullas also mentioned, is the fact that behind every business, a successful business, there has to be a tenure, a job size. 1 करोड़ के करने वाले भी लोग हैं, 10 के भी हैं, 10 लाख वाले बहुत सारे हैं. But चाहे छोटा काम हो या बड़ा काम हो, one must weigh the importance of the technical parameter rather than just relying on the trust. If somebody said कि आप trust me, मैं सब अच्छा करता हूँ. But अच्छा करने के पीछे this important is the guy, the manufacturer knows his job. Does he know everything with respect to, because window it's an integral part of the house. So you have to be careful. Again, I'm trying to take you back to the UDMA website for manufacturers profiles as well as the other window and door. We will be adding a couple of.
Just sorry, Amit, I would like to add only one point here, in addition to what you're saying. In case of a window, you know, I have seen, as this is, I'm talking as a experience holder for selling a window, people don't take buying a window seriously. And I don't understand why do people not take it seriously. You know, window is not a furniture that you buy a sofa, you use it for a year, you don't like it, you throw it out of the house and you go and buy a new one. Boss, window is a part of your structure. You install windows for years and years and years. That's why we talk about 10 years and 20 years of warranty, because warranty is given for a period. When someone is sure about, say, about 100, he will give you a warranty for 25. So similarly, we are giving warranty for 10 to 20 years. The product is going to be there for 50 years. So when you're buying a product for 50 years, why does a price difference of 5-10% matter? And why do the end consumer, whether the developer or a homeowner or an office user, architects and my dear developers and everyone in the fraternity, do not pay attention to buying of UPVC or any door and window? It should also become the important and integral part of their buying mechanism. That's all I want to, Amit, add to what you have been saying.
I want to just add one point which I have been now trying to focus on for a while. इसके कोविड ने वैसी दुनिया का सत्यानाश कर दिया है. Let us not create negative karma. जब हमें पता है कि what is the right thing to use, we should be only using the right thing. And as sellers, all of us should also now try to exercise the point के no बोलना सीखना पड़ेगा, that I have seen this product. I want to ask one last question to wrap up the session of today. Is that question that, which is, I see a majority of our audience today is also manufacturers of windows and doors. COVID will go away, hopefully soon enough. Whenever it is, business will start slow and gradual. And a lot of companies are there selling profiles, and everybody will try to shift from one to the other for money, for cost. One of the things that the association has decided also has to work together to make sure that we help our fabrication community going forward, but also to encourage products. So a request to all the manufacturing community here, a request to all of you to stick to your manufacturers of profiles and other products that you buy during this crisis, to make sure everybody can grow together. And there will be probably many options coming from eastern part of the world asking to supply products at 80 rupees, 70 rupees, 90 rupees, whatever it is. I don't know the price points, but please be careful while selecting a product, because आप जो भी product सस्ती window लगा के कहीं पे install करेंगे, आप पैसे कमाएं ना कमाएं, लॉस करें, प्रॉफिट करें, बट आप अगर अच्छा काम नहीं करेंगे, you will earn yourself a negative karma. हाई लगेगी कस्टमर की, हाई लगेगी जो इस घर में रहता है, और वो दोबारा से हम सब लोगों को दोबारा पड़ेगी. We have to take a very conscious effort in trying to make sure जब हमें पता है what is right, we should do what is right. And UDMA and Mr. Window project is essentially to drive that factor of trying to do the right thing. And the right thing is, we know what is right, and don't get guided by people only. You have to have certification. You have to know what is right. And we have talked so much about titanium dioxide. We have talked about so many other ingredients. Just in the UPVC community, please, my request, go to the UDMA website. Just download this one little application job, which is this guideline for fabrication. It tells you, as an architect, as a builder, as a developer, incorporate these specifications. In the future, UDMA will keep coming back to you, and we have a chat bot open here at the bottom of the screen. Anyone just message us, ask your question. We have everybody knowledgeable in this field, and this message comes to our information center within 24 hours, hopefully or faster. We'll be able to revert back to you. We cannot tell you what is cheaper is better. सबसे सस्ता सबसे अच्छा कुछ नहीं होता सर जी. सबसे अच्छा वही होता है जो मैच करता है सारे स्टैंडर्ड को, तब भी वो अच्छे प्राइस पे अवेलेबल हो सकता है. So having said that, I would ask my panelists if anybody would like to throw light, any closing thoughts on this session, and then I would close the same.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
I am audible.
Yes, Ashok.
Hello. Yeah, sorry. That time my network was gone, so I could not answer the question. But I want to request some fabricators that we should take some care. We should take care about the accessories also, not only the profile, because accessories and hardware plays a major role in Windows application. Like always use the hardware which is specified by the profile supplier. Okay, and as per the size of the window and type of the window. For example, in like the casement window, the hinge and the friction stay should be as per the glass weight of the sash and in weight of the sash, yeah. And as in sliding panel, it should be the roller should be as per the weight again.
I think Mr. Ashok, people over here, we have another session in the hardware, which is after 3-4 days. So they would be able to understand the subject, and I would request all of you to be a part of it. So,
okay.
So I would just like to interrupt in between, like what Amit was saying. See, again, the major confusion in this builder community and this developer community has been not from their side. Basically, we have not been up to mark in educating them and creating the right awareness. So now this UDMA platform, which has come live almost, I would say, since 5-6 years. It has been there for many years. Now we all as responsible profile manufacturers, we all as responsible hardware manufacturers and other accessory suppliers, we are trying to put things together. And again, BIS is a very important step what UDMA is trying to take, and hopefully we should be able to sail through. And once the standards are there, then hopefully things would be more transparent and people would understand the subject more. Without standards, people are selling anything, everything. So the statement, which is a pet statement, which comes from my side, is कि इंसान गलत नहीं होते, हालात गलत कर देते इंसान को. ठीक है? So maybe with the standards coming in, इंसान भी थोड़ा सुधर जाएगा और उसके कर्मा भी अच्छे हो जाएंगे.
मेरा तो सारा आज तक का एफर्ट इस कर्मा के ऊपर ही है. आई थिंक आई शुड चेंज द नेम ऑफ UDMA टू कर्मा, बिकॉज सारे कर्म का फल सबको मिलेगा. और हम कंबाइंड, मतलब we cannot guarantee, but I can only say as an association we are trying to do our best to educate. But education अब रेगुलेशन के फॉर्मेट में
हमें आप जैसे डेविल्स को भी कर्मा समझ में आ गया.
Thank you, Farid bhai. It's very kind of you.
कोविड ने बहुत कुछ सिखा दिया है. कोविड ने बहुत कुछ सिखा दिया है.
जी नहीं, but I think
Amit, one thing यहाँ पे, जैसे भी फरीद, जो एक लाइन मैं भी बोलना चाहता हूँ, जैसे भी फरीद जी ने कहा ना कि जो हर इंसान गलत नहीं होता, हालात गलत बना देते हैं, और इट्स बेसिकली आवर रिस्पांसिबिलिटी टू एजुकेट द कस्टमर. तो एक लाइन मैं भी इसमें ऐड करना चाहूंगा कि एक बड़ी कॉमन कहावत है ना, पेड़ के कटने का किस्सा न होता अगर कुल्हाड़ी के पीछे वो लकड़ी का हिस्सा न होता. तो कहीं ना कहीं इसमें हम भी जिम्मेदार हैं. जाकर के जो लोग हैं, बीइंग एज अ फैसिलिटी, रियली वी नीड टू थिंक, आर वी टुगेदर? एंड इफ वी आर टुगेदर, देन व्हाई स्टिल यू सी आज स्टील कम्युनिटी है, सीमेंट कम्युनिटी है, व्हाई स्टिल दे आर एंजॉयिंग द थिंग्स? बिकॉज दे आर टुगेदर. We really need to do a deep introspection with that we are together.
Avnish, I
और
think
उसी
what
के लिए
is
आपने
important,
प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया है जो आप कर्मा की बात कर रहे हो, इसीलिए उडमा है. एंड आई एम वेरी मच श्योर सर्टेनली विल टेक टू द नेक्स्ट हाइट दिस इंडस्ट्री. इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ टाइम ओनली.
I also want to add, Avnish, the point is, this is still a comparatively newer industry. It's only 15 years in evolution. Comparing to cement and steel, which are there for hundreds of years, they have already evolved. Unka price point set hai, unka quality point set hai, builders recognize it, developers recognize it. But here, in any growing industry, जब तक उसको 20-25 साल नहीं हो जाते, उसमें फेलियर और सक्सेसेस नहीं हो जाते, तब तक कस्टमर रियलाइजेशन नहीं होती, एंड फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली सब हेल्प कर जाते हैं, सबको काम मिल जाता है. बट कर्व आएगा, और ये कर्व आई थिंक अब कोविड कर्व ये है कि वी हैव टू फोकस. And my only suggestion, even if I had to buy a window and door from anybody, I would follow a norm, and that norm is UDMA. Just follow the guideline. If you meet that technical specification, फिर आपको 400 की 200 में बेचनी है, बेचिए. That's up to you. But must meet at least a tech spec. और जो एक guideline बनाई है, इसमें like I said 6-7 साल लगे. That it took a long time to get everybody on the same parity. Anyways, would like to thank all our wonderful panelists for today's session. And thank you very much, all of us, for joining today, and hope to see you guys back in the next session, which will be in the next 3 or 4 days. Our team will reach out to you shortly. And thank you again to team WFM to help us host this session. Thank you. We can all log out. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.